So you can see they're starting to set wall panels here. Not starting, they're almost, they got the full height on the south side there. So once they get they'll go all the way up on the exterior walls here, and then they'll tie up their wall steel. And then once that gets inspected and approved, they'll come back and put those wall panels all the way up and brace off the walls, and they'll be ready to pour them. And so when they pour the walls, they'll probably end up pouring these footings and stuff, and then the front wall, there's a 2-foot stem wall along the front of the house. And then after all that happens, then it's under slab plumbing in here, and then a bunch of rock, clean, like big rock, so that there's a capillary break so water can't wick up. And then we'll have some rigid foam in the heated area that needs to insulate the floor. And then we'll put a polyethylene vapor barrier down so moisture can't get up into the slab. And then we'll pour the slab here. And then once we get done with that, then we'll transfer to the outside, do our waterproofing on the exterior foundation walls, put our footing drains in, and then we can get the excavator back here to start backfilling and do the final grading and septic install. So, and then we're on to framing. So we're still a little ways out, but probably a month out. So, but it's a project. Breaking off snap ties. We got the foundation 10-foot walls poured. Look pretty good. We just got a lot of snap ties right.
And what is a snap tie?
They help hold the forms a certain distance apart so the concrete doesn't spread them wider than they should be. And so anyway, these are the long ones where the strong backs came up, the 2x4s, and using this pipe to kind of snap them off. And then you can see they're not breaking off back in the wall. So in here it doesn't matter so much, but on the exterior where it's going to be exposed, we're going to need to remove that washer and get it ground back and then grout it so it looks pretty. And that's what we're trying to figure out right now, how to get them.
They're basically broken
a little deeper than they are right now.
Proud.
So.
And did Miss Scarlett do it with the lead pipe?
She did it with the concrete hammer, the S-wing.
I think that lead pipe is a clue reference.
Maybe this. Maybe she did them both.
Oh, I'll get you.
Da-da-da.
So, why are we pulling all the tape dimensions on these finished cured walls?
Well, like I said earlier, now we're just trying to verify that our wall sections are the correct length as we have on the plans, and they're all looking real good. I mean, we're definitely, like, everything's spot on or an eighth. There's one that was a quarter out, which is, you know, pretty good for concrete work, but where it matters is up on the top of the wall, because that's where our mud sill is going to go. And then we're looking for how straight the wall is, how level it is. You know, there's not any dips or anything, or it's way out of level. But if you sight from a distance, you know, the top of the foundation wall is all pretty much in line, so it looks pretty darn good. And then square is the last, you know, the other thing you want to make sure your walls are square. But they had them all on the footing, and then projected it up, and it looks like when we pull diagonals on these bump outs, they're all looking good. So.
And that should make it easier for framing to be square.
Yeah, then when you get to framing, like when you're calculating stuff, it'll be on. You can use the plans. You don't have to pull dimensions and fudge the numbers a little bit. So anyway, overall, pretty dang nice.